Hello.
Hello, we are Loops and Lap Bars International, and we are here today at Fantasy Island.
Yes, we're here to check out the full offerings of Fear Island, which from the sounds of it are not too dissimilar to what we had at the RIP event last week, but it does seem like there are a few additions here and there,
Yes.
as well as obviously to ride the rides. We are hopefully going to get a night ride on Millennium. Because that's one of the few rides that's staying open late this evening, because it's classed as one of the indoor rides, despite the fact that, as you can see, it's outdoors, but the queue is from inside the pyramid. We have a go on the mini golf, do all the indoor attractions, Harrington Flints and all sorts. So looking forward to another good day. And this one's going to be prefaced by the fact that this is the first time that we've ever come to a theme park and never paid.
Because we were at the RIP VIP event last week, we got complimentary tickets to return. So today we've got my sister, my nephew and one of my cousins with us as well. All of them are sort of varying levels of theme park goer and ride goer, but we're all going to do scare mazes, and so you'll get our views across the board from essentially me that does it on the regular and also people that don't do it on the regular as well. Nice round full picture for you all today.
We bought one of the tickets as well just because we didn't have enough, but thank you once again Fantasy Island for giving us those. I think first we're going to have a go on Millennium and see what that's like, because I've only ever done it front row, so I'm going to see what it's like sort of towards the back of the train. Then we've got the scare mazes to do running from 12 and whatnot, so we'll carry on.
We will.
So they're just an outpost. I didn't do outpost. No particular reason, I just didn't do it. What did you think?
It was really, really good. Compared to the VIP experience last week that me and Dave were at, a lot more scare actors in there this week, and they took it up a notch. It was brilliant.
What about you, Nick?
Oh, I was bloody terrified, mate. All the way round. I was screaming, everything. If you're petrified, don't go in there. It's my best advice.
Nick, it's a scare maze.
I know, but like seriously, didn't think it was going to be that scary.
What about you, Michael?
It's a different experience from the other scare mazes.
Oh, like trailers?
Yeah.
Do you prefer that to trailers or that?
Outpost is better.
Outpost, good, isn't it?
Yeah.
What about you, Luke?
I
Your
thought
first one of them, isn't it?
The first one, I thought it was good. I thought the makeup would have been a lot more scarier, but it's just a basic makeup there.
Outpost, I think, is probably the entry level of the mountain mall. So, it's pretty good, is that one?
It is.
Yeah,
what's the next plan next? Are we going on?
It's
Magic?
now going on the Magic.
We're going to give Magic a go. I'm here. I am here. Yeah, we're going to give Magic a go next and see what that's like. We've already done it, so I don't know why I'm saying it like that. And then a bit later on, I think we might go in Ravenous and stuff like that. So, Hello, so we're most of the way through the day, and we've just been doing thing after thing after thing, getting stuck in queues and things like that, which has meant that we've not been able to get talk on camera. So rewind all the way back to Millennium.
Yes, very first ride of the day for us. And yeah, really smooth as usual, no issues with it. Took my cousin on who was new to Millennium. He's not done really anything like Millennium, and he liked it. He really enjoyed it. He said that he would go on again. So hopefully we're going to get on for a night ride.
Yeah, because that's in the next hour or so, before park closes. But I will say this: a couple of people have mentioned how Millennium is very smooth but quite forceless. Right on the back, it's a completely different ball game on the back. It does have a lot more force to it, and I think it's much more enjoyable at the back. So yeah, definitely recommend Millennium from the back. I don't think you can ride it anywhere badly. There's no seat that you think, no, this is bad, is it?
No.
All the seats seem to be fine. It's just that the back's more forceful, whereas the front is a bit more
Smooth. Less forceful.
less forceful. Not any less or more smooth though. It's smooth no matter where you sit on a coaster.
Yeah.
So that's Millennium really. At least in the daylight. I wonder what it's going to be like at night. So. Then we did the Dodgems, Seastorm, and Rhombus Rocket.
Yeah.
And there's not really much to add from what we talked about earlier on in the year. They're all absolutely fine additions.
They are, yeah. We think that the operator, though, because we were the only 5 people on Seastorm at that time, he sped it up just a little bit for us to make it a little bit more thrilling.
I don't know whether that is actually the case, but yeah, it was definitely running faster. And so was Magic, which we went on to after that.
Yeah.
Magic, it did have a breakdown earlier on in the day, which meant that we couldn't get on it. We then re-queued for it, and obviously we did ride it again. And yeah, it seemed to be running a lot faster than last time we were on it.
Yeah, now that could just be because this is now our third time we've done it, and we're getting used to the cycle. But it could also be they are actually running it a bit quicker as well.
Yeah, like I said, they had a breakdown, so for all I know, they could have messed with something and made it run a bit quicker. I do like it when it runs quicker. I much prefer it when it's more intense, and I'm not really one for spinny rides. But yeah, there's Magic. Then there was Techno Jump, which I missed out on last time, because I didn't really want to do it. But having gone on it this time, we had a right laugh, didn't we?
We did, yeah. It was not my sister's favourite ride today, that one. It was quite funny. And through her screaming, made the ride quite incredibly hilarious for everybody else on it. So yes, it was a really good ride we had on that.
What I do like about that is the fact that there's separators between the seats, as I mentioned last time. Even though I didn't ride it last time, I still made note of it. So everyone can ride it and enjoy it, because you're not squashing up against each other, as you can get with the Twisters and stuff. You did go on the Twister again, didn't you, a bit later on?
Yeah. Twister was good today, running well. Long cycle as usual. Nice ride.
Yeah, I skipped that one because I don't like Twisters. They're just too painful for me now. So I think that kind of wraps up the outdoor rides that we've done.
Rhombus Rocket, we've done that one as well.
Oh yeah, of course. No, it's Rhombus Rocket. Sorry, and then there's also the Rapids. Rhombus Rocket, nothing more to add than we haven't already talked about. Though once again, it felt like it was running faster on the second run round.
It did, yeah. It felt like it sped up on the second one. So
that could have been always the case. It's just it's not something I've ever noticed. And then the River Rapids, which it's not the best ride in the world, but I still think it's fun in its own right. Considering the lack of good rapids rides that we have in the UK, and that one being a travelling variant, I think it's good fun.
It is, yeah. Good little fun ride. You can get up to 4 or 5 of you in a boat.
It all depends on weight though, because and don't be offended if they ask you to stand on scales, because the boats are only rated for a certain weight limit. So in our group, we split.
We did a 3 and a 2.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah, 3 and a 2. A lot of the rides, you'll probably get no more than 2 in each carriage. So like Harrington Flints, which we'll talk about in a bit, you can only do 2 maximum in that, even though the
for adults.
even though the cars can seat 5 people. What was the other ones we've done? Seaquarium. Seaquarium's the same.
Only 2 adults as well.
But we'll touch more on those a bit later on, because we've still got those to do. So that wraps it up for the outside section. The next part that we're going to talk about is going to be
inside.
No, the Psycho Mansion, which I didn't do, but these lot did. I'll get their thoughts on it. And this is Psycho Mansion.
Yep.
So Psycho Mansion, I didn't do it for no particular reason, but I did it on the VIP night and I did quite enjoy it. One of the weaker of the mazes, but still a really good time. But what about you lot?
Yes, very good. A couple more actors in there today, a bit more lively, so that was good. What did you think, Nick?
It was quite good. I actually enjoyed that one. I'd do it again.
Michael?
Yeah, quite good. Yeah.
What did you like about it?
Did you like the ending?
The ending, the ending was
the
good.
jump.
Yeah, the ending was good.
Luke?
It was different. It's the first time I've actually done one of those, like those kind of house ones, you know. So it was a very good experience.
Yeah, and the ending's fun as well. So yeah, all good all around.
So that's Psycho Mansion. The scare maze designed for families. Definitely worthwhile visiting if you've got families, because it's accessible for everybody. Is that one?
Yeah. Unfortunately, we did not get to do Ravenous today. The queue for that was solid from sort of 12 o'clock. So
And
they
then-
closed the queue early, and unfortunately, we didn't manage to make that one. So, but it would have been nice to do that again.
Yeah, because I bought an iCard, topped up an iCard to have a go, with the intention of having a go. So I've ended up getting it spent it in the arcade, which is not the end of the world. But one of the things that we will say about Fear Island, and it was mentioned by one of the staff members as well earlier on, is that, and I sort of echo it, is opening the park later, because
Yeah.
obviously the inside stuff is open until 9 o'clock, but the outside stuff they close at 6. And
Yeah, it would be nice to have the outside stuff open when it is darker and there can be more of an atmosphere.
Yeah, it was
Like,
definitely better at the VIP night for us, because
Yeah.
obviously we were doing everything in the dark.
Yeah.
Whereas outside it had only just started going dusk at about 6 o'clock, but the scare mazes were closing at 5. That's
Yeah.
what time they closed the queues. So yeah, Fantasy Island, Fear Island, have it open later. I mean, if you really want to properly impress, get it open until 1 in the morning.
Exactly, yeah.
I don't know.
Have the roads open till 1 in the morning.
Yeah, especially Odyssey. That'd be mentally at night. But so that concludes
Fantasy Island.
Not Fantasy.
Island.
Psycho Mansion.
Yeah, it does,
And sort of the roundup about Fear Island. Still got the inside stuff to talk about and golf. We'll go from there.
Yeah.
So I got the final bits to wrap up, which is the inside section.
Yeah.
We did miss out on the show that they put on today.
We did, yeah. It just went on times that lined up with what we were doing.
Yeah, we. I suppose one of the things that's a comment is that we did get stuck in the queues for the scare mazes a little bit,
Yeah.
because I thought there were a lot longer queues than what we were expecting. Because
There were, and to be fair to Fantasy Island, it is a Saturday, it is the start of the October half term. We did expect it to be a bit busier.
Yeah.
But I think at times the band thing, because people aren't banding before they're bashed in, it slows people down a little bit.
Yeah, but it's not really a complaint
no,
as
it's
such.
not.
It's just the fact that, like I say, we were stuck in queues, which meant that we missed out on the show. But that's our bad planning, because we didn't realise that Psycho Mansion had got was it 3:20?
Yeah,
the actors went on break.
The actors went on break, yeah, which didn't help things.
It's cool to see though, that they are, obviously they get breaks. I don't doubt that they don't.
Yeah.
But Merlin don't do
Yeah.
that. They're the only other people that we've got to really compare to. But yeah, inside we had to go at Lava Creek Mini Golf,
Yes.
which I really like this one. It's on.
Yeah, it's a nice course, 18 holes over two floors, and it's very well done. Mixture of easy holes, not so easy holes. Yeah, it's good fun.
I'd like to see the water features come back though.
Yes, the water features would be nice.
Yeah, but it's not really a massive. It doesn't take away from it, but it would only add to it, I
Yeah.
think. There's the mini golf. Magical Seaquarium is still as bonkers as it's always been.
Yep.
Though, as we mentioned earlier on, you can only get 2 adults in a boat, so we had two
and a one. Yeah.
I went on my own. Here's the picture. I had a great time.
Yeah.
But,
Harrington Flints is exactly the same. That's also, if you've got adults in your party, you can only get 2 adults in per car. So once again, we did a 2, 2 and a 1. But if you have got children can go in the same car with you.
Yeah,
So
and I did find, because I was the one on Harrington Flints. I kind of enjoyed it a little bit more being on my own, because you can take in everything. There's no competition as such. You can just be absorbed in it. And what I did find this time around is that the physical props were actually adding score.
Oh right.
I don't know if it's like it was just a glitch or something like that. But yeah, the physical stuff was adding to your score, so I quite liked that. We had a go on Guardian,
Yes.
but it didn't work.
No, it unfortunately broke down. We all got on it, and they were having issues with the restraints actually sitting in and clicking the green.
Basically getting
essentially.
the green for go, which is
Yeah.
a bit of a shame, because I psyched myself up. I thought, oh, do you know what? It's been a while. I'll give Guardian a go, because I know it wasn't the most memorable of rides when I
Yeah.
rode it last time. I did want to have a go at it, and unfortunately we couldn't do that. And that's something I suppose that we've seen a fair bit of this time around. Is some of the rides not operating as effectively as they could be, such as Guardian. Magic went down,
Magic,
and Millennium. I don't know what they're doing, but they're having to essentially almost manually
Pump the brakes.
pump the
Yeah.
brakes or something like that, because they get everyone seated in, then they open the control booths and they're pressing something. You can hear the air, like the air brakes underneath, like fizzing and hissing.
Yeah, it is nice to see that they've essentially, rather than closing the ride, they have put a workaround in, which is good. They've been sending out full trains near enough on Millennium all day today, partly because Odyssey's been down. But that's been nice to see.
Yeah, Millennium has worked really hard today.
Yeah, and we had a night ride. We did a back ride, night ride on Millennium, and oh my word, the pull at the back of the train is really, really good. If you're a coaster enthusiast, head for the back of the train.
Yeah,
The only thing I'd like to say with Millennium is it would be nice that the train had some lights down the side of it.
Saying that,
magic.
Saying that, I'd quite like the old Millennium trains to be replaced with new generation Vekoma trains, something like they have on Python, because those ones are just really comfortable. It's not that
Yeah.
Millennium's trains are bad or uncomfortable; they're just a product of their time. And a second train would be great, but yeah, that's one of those things. We didn't get on Odyssey because Odyssey was broken down. They said that they might get it up and running, but I weren't holding my breath. And I wasn't too worried that we didn't. I would have liked to have done it, but yeah, it's one of those things. Things happen. We didn't go on the balloon ride and we didn't go on Toucan Tours, but we did
No,
do.
Toucan Tours had a bit of a queue. We know from experience, a bit of a slow loader, so we weren't too worried about it.
But we did do Toucan Tours on the VIP event, and it's essentially Toucan Tours, but with a spooky
few more
overlay.
ghosties in it.
Yeah, it's nice that they put the effort into just to like seasonalise it.
Spookify it up a
Yeah,
bit.
but yeah, Toucan Tours.
Yeah,
is
that's
alright.
the other thing that's been really good today is all the staff have been encouraged to dress up in fancy dress, and some of the staff here look amazing.
Yeah.
And quite a few of them have been interacting with the guests in character on the rides as they're getting on today.
Yeah,
that's been really
such
nice
as
to see.
the two blokes on Millennium, they were doing a really good job. But other than that, it's just been nice to see, rather than just
Staff in uniform,
ride themed operators like you get in Merlin parks. You know, people just being people. You know, it was nice to see, and the fact I don't know if it's a genuine thing, and I hope it is. But it looks like they've got roaming actors that are roaming around. There was one guy dressed as the clown from Terrifier. There was
We've had a Michael
Jason.
Myers today.
That's the one, Michael Myers, yeah. And they were going into control booths and just essentially messing around there, not like in a dangerous fashion, but they'd mess with the audio, they'd start and getting the crowds going, and I really like that. It almost brings a part of like the fun fair to the theme park, but not in a tacky way.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I've had a really good time at Fantasyland today.
Yeah, we've all had a really good time today. So now we're going to go play in some arcades.
Yeah, go play some arcades. I mean, I won a dinosaur earlier on in the arcades with the credit that I would have used on Ravenous. So it's not all been all that bad. Once again, thank you very much for Fantasyland for essentially letting us to come back. And yeah, it's just been really good fun. And thanks again to Darren and whatnot for sorting everything out. Really, really professional and such. So that's Loops and Lapbar signing out from Fantasyland Fear Island. We hope you've enjoyed the video. And as you may have seen on Instagram, I just ticked over 1,500 subscribers on YouTube, so thank you very much for all that. Thank you very much for the people that came up to me earlier on and asked if they could subscribe. Of course you can subscribe, you don't have to add. But thank you very much for watching. See you later.
See you later.